Hey guys, COMPUTEROSIS here, and welcome to another Let's Play preview. If you liked the previous preview of Dama, then don't know if you like this one. I don't know, maybe you like this one better. I am not sure. Now, unfortunately, this preview actually has two games going. This is actually going to be the first game here, and just a little backstory to this. This was really like a joke idea, as sort of like an intro to Sonic 06. I'm like, okay, time to play the 50th anniversary. Wait a minute, this is Sonic Riders. And then of course, Chackin's like, oh, there. And you can check out the video for yourself. I have a better explaining it there than have here. Plus, I don't really have enough time to fully explain that here. So, long story short, at the end of the video, I say, maybe I'll do an LP of this. And then I got into thinking, I could do an LP of this game. And I'm like, why not? I mean, really, why not? And I'm sort of debating if I want to do this alone, or I might invite my friends over to get in this. Especially some of the South fans who has never played this game ever. And it'll be interesting just to see how he feels about this. And of course, for those of you who don't know, Sonic Riders is basically the game that came out during the 50th anniversary. Even though it's not technically the game that celebrates the 50th anniversary, but to me, it feels like it's the one that celebrates the 50th anniversary. Even though it's not technically an actual Sonic game where it's so speed and platforming. No, we're on hoverboards and we're going to be doing tricks and it's all on racing speed. And I would say it's Tony Hawk Racing with hoverboards, but no. And I'm not talking about that toy hoverboard racing thing, which it's still fun, but at the same time, the calibration thing with the toy and my hype was just weird itself. So when I thought about doing this LP preview of this, like, this is actually the second recording of it, actually, and I had to go and delete some stuff in order to make sure that it fully happened. And I'm like, wow, this is so short. And so I'm like, okay, there's going to be a second preview coming up. But let's focus more on Sonic Riders here, because this is what I'm talking about here. And since I can't really, this is technically an LP preview, I'm just going to be showing you the first track. And I'm going to be playing Sonic, since I mostly am used to playing as Sonic while doing these different tracks. In fact, for the story mode, you'll be switching between different characters, and of course, you start off with Sonic. And here we go. At least it says on here. I'm just assuming that's on track. And to be honest, I haven't played this game in a while. It's similar to when I did the LP preview of Odama. Like I knew I could beat that level like quicker than that, but if you haven't played a game in a while, sometimes it'll get a little rusty, and then in no time you'll be able to pick it up. Because I do a lot of mistakes here where you're like, really, this is like, really, okay. I'm sort of skeptical about your abilities, but I will tell you this: I do get first place on this, and just to spoil it even more again, I do race it again. But to be honest, it's perfectly on accident. I accidentally pressed it after I got done, so I got to play it again. And I will say that the second playthrough is a little bit more better than this one, in my opinion. And plus, of course, I beat the track record twice, so that's sort of interesting there. So, let's talk about Sonic Riders. Well, basically the story is Eggman is hosting a big racing tournament thingy, and Sonic and friends go and enter it in order to stop Eggman's plan, whatever it is, have something to do with the Chaos Emerald. And guess what? There are new characters here, like Jet and his group of teams that were assigned by Eggman to go and find whatever it is. Okay, it's been a while since I played this game, and I didn't feel like looking up on Wikipedia for the whole synopsis thing of it, even though I could. But well, to me, I never really cared too much about the story. Well, I just cared about the racing, and the racing was, in my opinion, one of the best it is. And not to worry, I will show off after I get done with the main story, because there's actually two sides to the story here, believe it or whatnot, and I'll show you some secret tracks areas and stuff. And yeah, yeah, there's really not much to say about this LP preview. Kind of makes me feel stupid the fact that I've raced this twice, or did this course twice. The second one being the better one, but you know, I had to show it effectively. I'm sort of trying to make sure these LP previews are at least by the standard YouTube limit that most people are like their first given, which is like close to 15 minutes. So these LP previews are just a way to orchestrate on that and also talk about like certain things that you can do. Since we're on the second race here, I guess I can explain to you the controls, I guess. The B button, of course, is the boost. A button is the jump. You use the control stick to go and figure out what your tricks are. And depending how many tricks you do and how well you do those tricks, when you land, depends on your grade, which will increase your boost. For every 30 rings that you collect, you level up, thus making you more of a powerhouse when you run into other run into your different racing rivals and steal their rings, sort of. And also there are like quick turns where you basically go and create your own drift and stuff like that. And at certain times when you reach a ramp and you jump at the right moment, you can find out about different shortcuts. Each character basically falls under one of 3 classes. I have no idea why the camera did that. There's the speed class, which of course that's Sponic, where he is given the ability to go and grind on rails. Tails is the flying type, where they'll be able to fly on little rings as well. Rings and fly. And of course Knuckles falls under the power thing, where basically any obstacle they can just punch out of the way, and each of these unique things that they can do can give the character an upper edge on it. And also it can refill your basically your fuel gauge, so you don't have to worry about actually going to the pit stop in order to fill it up and stuff. And of course every time you level up, the amount of fuel you can have during one time increases, and the most rings you can collect, I think, is just 100. Yeah, the most you can collect is 100. And later I'll get to show you like the shop where you can buy like other boards to try out. Since basically you're either riding on a board, riding on some sort of scooter thingy, hover scooter, or later on you realize that certain characters can ride on skates, and there's like certain gimmicks. I won't be able to show off all the gimmicks unless I go to my original save and show it off. This is a completely new save because the only way to go through the story mode correctly and make it seem I wouldn't say more authentic, but more complete is that. But you know, I'll check to see, because I know people have done LPs to this game, and I'll check if maybe they did it well, they already had stuff in mind, or they just did it where it's like completely like legitimately done. And as you can clearly see, there's a total of, you start out with 9 characters. And later on you unlock like 11 more characters. Most of them are from the story itself, while some are actually from other Sega games actually. But I won't spoil the surprise for you on there. Channel 9, but you know. And now we move on to the second LP that I have in mind. And I know the title is misleading where I say, let's preview play Mario and Sonic. You're like, oh god, you're doing the Olympic Games? Oh my gosh, this is gonna suck. But no. It was just a way to shorten everything, so I'm sorry for that misunderstanding. I should have said that in the beginning. But this next LP preview, I cannot show you that much of it because it involves the dance pad. And I'm sort of debating about if if I'm just gonna show off the game itself while I give my little 2 bits as to the story at large and I guess what's the word I'm looking for? I guess the different styles of course on it, but I really am not sure on it, and I don't know why it's going choppy on my end. And I really hope this is not gonna go fully over what I extend on here because yeah. But anyway, this other preview, if there is a way to literally like what's the word I'm looking for, to do like a little face cam thing, because and I don't mean like a face cam where you see me like dance off and you're seeing me like sweat all over the place and you're like, oh my gosh, we've barely been through the first area in the game and already you're sweating, and you're playing on easy. How the hell you're sweating already? But no, I mean like FaceTime where I'm legitimately, you see my face, I'm watching what's going on and I'm commenting on that, but I don't have the software to do it though. And unfortunately I have no idea what softwares actually do that. If you know any softwares that can do that, please let me know in the comments below. No, because maybe I might actually do that to change it up a little bit on this one. No. Since this is indeed a DDR game, and with an actual plot no less. And you just get to hear me go and just abridge the hell out of it because I did it so many times with this game, and for some reason it works more ways than one, and it will be quite hilarious on it. So anyway, another thing that I want you guys to vote on is who should start out first. We started with either with Mario or with Luigi, and what difficulty do you want it on, or at least for which character you want the difficulty on. Do you want Luigi to get the hard difficulties, or do you want Mario to get the difficulty ones? Do you want Luigi to go first because he barely gets any games of his own besides Luigi's Mansion? And probably Mario's missing, but I'm still at the fence on that. I'm still gonna stick with Luigi's Mansion. Or do you want Mario to always go first because apparently he is the older brother or something on those lines? I don't know. That Mario Brothers movie really fucked up my canon to its core, and I really want to forget that movie's existence, even though I can't because it's part of the history of Mario, and oh gosh. But details on that one. So anyway, this has been COMPUTEROSIS. I know I'm gonna be